Hey, welcome back to Growing a Year. This is Linus. It's day 87. This is going to be a very quick little vlog. I've got two things to talk about. One, first and foremost, right now, my mustache, no product. This is just the shape that my mustache falls in now, which is great. So I've been training it long enough now that it automatically has this part and it's automatically doing what I want it to do. I think that every guy who's growing out their beard should try this because although, a big mustache that's trimmed at the lip line and is long on the sides, it's cool. I mean, it looks cool. Obviously, look at George Bruno, right? I mean, his mustache, his whole thing is killer, and he's got trimmed lip line. But to be honest, when it comes to being really impressive, or like in my case, I want to look good, but I'm also headed towards being Santa Claus again this coming December. I want the big sort of epic natural mustache that I can do some cool stuff with, curls or whatever, come that time. So this is the best way I know to get through the aggravation of having it in your mouth all the time. Keep it trained, keep wax in it, keep it going the direction you want it to go. And after you've got 2.5, 3 months invested in that, it starts to kind of go on its own. And although, if I were leaving the house, I would throw some mustache wax in here and I would tidy it up and maybe lift it a little bit, get it off my lip. But this is good for just knocking around the house, unless you're going to go eat some ice cream or something. This is fine. So yeah, before you go down the road of trimming your mustache and you end up, because that's how I screwed up my beard last time. Okay, the last time I grew my beard out, I got to the point where my mustache was in my mouth. I couldn't function. I couldn't eat. And I was like, okay, I got to trim it. And then trimming it, I screwed it up. I screwed it up so badly that my only choice at that point was to shave it off. And then I had this stupid looking mariner, had like no mustache and a big beard and it looked ridiculous. So I ended up shaving all of it off and starting over. Which is why last year my Santa Claus beard was only 9 months instead of being a year because sometime in March I just gave up and shaved because it was a mess. Okay. So don't go down that road. Train your mustache. You won't have to. Okay. Point number 2. After I put up the video last time and I talked about having this irritation on my chin, little dry skin and stuff, my boy Josh from Universal Beard contacted me on Facebook and said, that's common. It's a common problem. And it's because your beard is thick and heavy right there, and water gets in your beard, the lower levels of your beard, and doesn't evaporate. So, you get out of the shower and you towel your beard off with a towel, you're not getting all this stuff that's down here next to your skin. And of course, if you sit with water on your skin for hours on end, you're going to get some irritation. So what he recommended, what he does, is get out of the shower, towel it off really good, take your beard oil, put it in, and then grab a hairdryer and on cool shot, make sure that this stuff down here is dry. Make sure that it's all dry. And because it's on cool shot, you're not using heat, you're not damaging your beard or anything. So, I haven't used a blow dryer since the bad old days of the 1970s when everybody had feathered bangs. Thank God there are no pictures of that. But I knew we had one somewhere around the house. So I asked my wife, we found it. She doesn't even hardly ever use it. And after shower, I did what he said. I put the oil in and then I used it to make sure this is dry. And I got to admit, my skin feels really nice, and it was really nice to be able to use the blow dryer and a brush to kind of get these crazy curls on the side to lay down a little bit more. And I'm pretty happy with it. I actually think that I tend to use a lot of beard balm because, it's how I control the weirdness on the sides. And I think that I can probably use a lot less beard balm as long as I'm using the blow dryer to kind of get things to go where I want it to go. So, I got to admit, kind of had a a preconceived idea about blow dryers. I thought of them as being kind of girly. I really hadn't used one in probably 30 years, and but I have to admit it worked really well. It's a big help. So, all right, those are my 2 points for today. If you like the video, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions for me, send them my way. If there's any video ideas that you have, things that you want to see me do, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in another couple days.